Jeremy Irons is born on the Isle of Wight.
Cool, and that is on the recording. Let's go.
Starting off great. Hello. We're pre-recording this one because technology is deciding to hate us this week. So welcome to this pre-recorded episode of Everchosen.
Yep.
I'm just going to skip announcements and jump right into the recap because we've waited enough time as it is.
And it's been a couple of weeks.
And it has been a couple of weeks. So, recap from a couple of weeks ago. You guys defeated the demon known as Count the Wicked, along with the head of the cult sect within the Kingdom of Loria, Lord Aurelia. Looting what you could find, you discovered a map of the north with strange markings on it. Along with a large amount of money. Not really sure what to do next, not really knowing what to make of this map and the symbols on it, you decided that you all needed some R&R. After a grueling few days and a hard-fought victory, you headed to the Firefly bathhouse, a rather wealthy and respectable establishment within the city of Colton. And after thoroughly destroying this very nice bathhouse, ruining several pairs of towels, dress gowns, a couple of changing rooms, you all headed back to the inn where you were resting and got a good night's sleep. Feeling refreshed, the next day Marina contacted her former teacher, Master Tavern, to see if he knew anything about what the map might mean. Teleporting the group to his tower in Novigrad, Master Tavern informed you all that spread throughout the world are 5 major and 7 minor divine locks that hold back the outer planes from colliding with the material plane. And that the cult's ultimate goal, at least in his estimate, is to unlock the 5 major divine locks and cause the conjunction of the planes. The divine lock that the group had fought over, that Kauth was trying to unlock along with Lord Aurelia, was one of the minor ones. Still bad, but not cataclysmic. He also informed you that one of these major locks was located within his tower, and that his job was to guard it. He was sent from the Dragonland Isles to guard and protect this divine lock, along with the dragon that he has locked up on his 5th floor. And that's where we kind of left it. You guys are in Master Tavern's tower in this sort of comfortable lounge room. The map, both yours and one that he himself had of all 12 locks, kind of on this quite nice table laid out. What would you guys like to do?
Okay. So we need to to what, I guess, get to these locks and prevent the cultists from opening them?
Yes. Prevent them from opening them. Close them.
Destroying them doesn't do anything. Or would be bad.
The locks themselves can't be destroyed. They're not physical. They're not physical things that can be destroyed or touched. They're the housing, the conduits. Those can be destroyed. Those are physical. I'm not sure what you would do, or what would happen to the locks themselves if those were destroyed. Ashitambra kind of like strokes his chin. I could certainly try to research that. Contact some of my peers.
Yeah, that would be good. We talk about closing them. How would we go about doing that?
There are ways. I can show you how to close a lock, how to
if you show me how to do that, then we can do that. Maybe if you show me, and does this take arcane prowess, or is this something anyone could do?
It takes some knowledge of arcane means, though anybody could potentially learn its methods.
Maybe I and Frey and Marisk
I'm being trusted.
Should learn how to do this, so that if anything goes wrong, at least we've got people who can do it. If it's all right, Master, I might grab a couple of spell scrolls off you before we leave.
No, certainly.
And some components, because I think more resources are going to be helpful.
As I said when you were last here, this is as much your house as it is mine. These resources are as much yours as they are mine.
I appreciate that.
It will take me a couple of days to contact my fellows back home to ask them if there is any knowledge on destroying the physical conduits that surround the lock and what that might do. You're welcome to stay here, though, Marina, I'm sure you'd like to go home and visit your father. I know he would be happy to see you.
I probably should.
Over these 2 days, I can teach those of you that wish to learn a method of closing, locking these divine artifacts.
Actually, Kez as well. You've got magic as well, don't you? So maybe Kez as well. I think the four of us can already have some grasp of magic that we might have an easier time learning it.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Give me a day to contact my home, and ask those back there what they know. It will give you some time to rest, to have a look about this fine city and take care of any personal business you might have. Then on the morrow, I shall teach those of you who wish to learn the secrets of sealing these locks, and that should at least better prepare you for your task ahead. And as he kind of finishes that sentence, he kind of looks into the distance, sadness in his eyes, where he looks back at all of you and goes, I must apologize again. This task, it shouldn't have fallen on him.
I think by the very nature of my abilities, the prophecies and the things that I saw, maybe it was meant to fall upon me. And in meeting you guys, I think maybe it was meant to fall upon all of us. Which, you know, I work a bit in fate and prophecy. And if that's true, I guess that's a reassuring thing, right?
Right.
We can do this. We can do this. It's
I don't know about any damn prophecy, but you know, we were wrong place, wrong time, or right place, right time, depending on how you see it. But we're the ones who got to deal with this, and we can. We've got this far right. We're all still alive.
That's true.
He gives
And
a
just as well we are back here, because last time I came here there was an excellent purveyor of explosive arrows. I need to visit them again.
he kind of gives a little half smile. He's like, well, it's nice that we can all look on the bright side.
I'm just happy you let me back in this place.
He kind of like, he's like, he gives that look of leave it. And he's
Speaking of bright sides, Mr. Tabrynth, I'm not really too one to dabble in the magical arts, so I might get bored here over the next few days. I don't suppose you have a drinking room.
Great.
there's plenty of excellent drinking establishments throughout the town of Novigrad. As I said, you don't have to spend all day here. I will be for most of the rest of today and most of tomorrow. I will be in contact with my master and my peers back in my homelands. And as I said, you are welcome to stay within my tower, but the city of Novigrad is so beautiful this time of year.
So piss off and drink somewhere else, you filthy bastard. Got it.
No, just
Master Tabrynth, I think that it's fine. John will do what John will do.
Do we need to send a chaperone after him?
I'm going to spend the next few days going to every single drinking establishment in Novigrad and marking it on a scoreboard to see
Oh,
which one is
Jesus.
the best.
Well, it's northern.
Hubert watched John.
He's
Okay.
got a fuck ton of money
That's
as
good.
well,
I
so
I trust Hubert to watch John.
yeah, I think so.
okay.
Oh.
So
Although, remember, Hubert was one of the only ones who passed out last time. We, you know, all got drunk. So,
True.
Hubert, no drinking, alright?
So John, you want to go and visit every drinking establishment in Novigrad?
Yeah, so, I mean, my idea was, I think I should get my, one of my my sword enchanted or something, but But like apart from that, John pretty much has nothing else to do character-wise. So
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna go to every single drinking establishment and mark it on a scoreboard.
Okay. There's a lot in Novigrad. Novigrad's a big city.
It's also a northern city, so it's the good stuff.
Yeah. No, it's the most northerly city.
Yeah.
So
John fit right in.
sure, yeah, you can do that. Is it what is everybody else doing for the first? That you guys have 2 days in Novigrad. Your second day, those of you that want it, will be spent in Master Tavern's tower learning what he can teach you, and you guys kind of have the first day free, so to say. So what would you like to do during that first day?
What is Master Tavern going to let me do during that first day?
Don't go near the dragon.
I mean, he's kind of said you're welcome to, to
Not
go
the
and
dragon,
explore the city.
but
But if
maybe
you
we
want to
could
stay
swim
in my
sometime?
tower, you can do.
Right. I'm going to go shopping for my explosive crossbow bolts because I'm down to the last few.
Okay, you can do that.
I've got a couple of items that I want to try and get, and then I'm going to nick some spell scrolls and components from Master Tavern.
Okay.
Before I visit every tavern, I'm gonna see if I can get my sword enchanted with some kind of perk or magic, whatever.
Nice. Okay. Lee, can you remember how much I charged for the explosive crossbow bolts last time? Because I can't.
No.
Okay. Let's see. How many bolts do you want to get made? How many explosive bolts do you want?
20. That's what I got last time.
Okay.
I have a feeling it was somewhere around like a couple of hundred gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I'll say it's 250 for 20. That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can easily get 20 crossbow bolts. John, what did you want your sword enchanted with?
Well, we pretty much got fire sorted, so maybe like ice damage or cold damage. I don't know.
Go for lightning. Go for lightning.
Lightning damage.
Okay. You want a sword. You want a sword that does lightning damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You find in the market ward, the sort of the main area of commerce, you find a shop known as the Astral Shard, which is a magic and enchanting shop.
Sorry,
yeah.
I completely misheard what you just said then.
I can get where you went.
My brain was just like, the astral what? Sorry?
Yeah, the Astral Shard.
Shard, yes. No, the D did not quite sound like a D when you said to me when you said it.
That's fine.
We really followed
It took
through
me
on
a
our
minute
magic.
to figure out what it was.
I mean, that would be pretty explosive.
Yeah.
Let's be
Oh,
honest.
hang on, I've just figured it out.
That's true.
Oh my goodness, no.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I got it. Yes, no, there is not a Mastral shop. There's a Mastral. I can't talk. I can't talk tonight. I can't talk tonight. Mind you, I can't talk any night. I don't know why tonight's different.
Yeah, this is the usual level of fuckery. It's not anything different.
It's been 2 weeks since... Yeah, those who are watching this on YouTube, it's been 2 weeks since we've played this game. We're all a bit dopey at this point.
Yeah.
Correct.
No. We're normally like this.
We're a professional outfit, guys.
They're very professional.
This is professional work.
Yep.
There is a magic shop called the Astral Shard, located in the market ward of Novigrad. The gnome who runs it will enchant your sword for you to deal lightning damage.
Okay.
It will cost you, just looking at, I don't know why I put my DMG away. It will cost you It will cost you 1,000 gold to enchant,
All right, I can afford that.
and it will take the full 2 days.
That's fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think my computer automatically turned my mic off, but it's working now. So sorry, I was told there was an artificers guild in Novigrad
There is.
a long time ago, and I have
Yes.
a letter of recommendation. So if it's all right, or a guild artificers guild referral.
Yeah. No, that's fine. You can.
So I was going to go check that out.
Certainly. Located in the Palace District, which is kind of home to most of the noble families, the wealthy individuals, and a lot of the guild halls. There is this fairly modest building for the sort of the scenery around it, which is lots of large sort of estate homes, and the guild buildings themselves are quite grandiose. The Artificers Guild itself it almost looks like a really, really posh backyard shed. It's set off the road a bit. The grounds around it are walled off and very well kept. But the actual building itself looks no more like a large, posh garden shed. And as you enter, you find a set of stairs that lead down. And as you reach the bottom, it kind of opens up into this enormous cavernous workshop. The sound is deafening. It's the whirs of machinery, the clang of metal on metal, shouts of triumph and kind of defeat as you see maybe 30 to 40 different 30 to 40 different large workstations, each with maybe 4 or 5 people on them working. There's a desk on this small platform that you come to that overlooks this space with a gnome sat behind it who will take your referral. He kind of looks at it and he goes, well, got a good referral here. She Opal's a little quirky, but no, she's a respectable member of the guild, and if she's referred you, well then, let me just write some. And you kind of start scribbling some things down on a bit of paperwork, and he stamps a few things. And he goes, well, welcome to the guild. You are a junior member. I can show you to one of our trainees who will help you integrate more smoothly into the guild ways. And he leads you down a set of stairs into the workshop proper, past a few of the workstations. It's almost like the best sort of real world analogy I have is it's like a convention hall where there are individual like stations, each doing their own separate thing, but they're all working in a collective space. And
you can make a space.
Yeah, and he leads you past several of these to one where it's a row of workbenches, and at the front is a blackboard. And there is a half-elven lady scribbling some things on the blackboard before she turns around and starts giving a small seminar to an assembled group. And the gnome kind of just says, just sit yourself at the back. That's NPC name very quickly. Please wait while DM finds NPC name.
NPCgenerator.com.
Yes, no, I had it up already.
Tools of the trade. Those who are watching,
Yeah.
tools of the trade.
That and fantasy name generator are like my
Fantasy name generator. Yeah, usually I go with that one quite a lot because NPCgenerator.com's good because it gives you a lot of details about the characters, but they're very limited on the number of names that they have.
Yeah. That's Alan. She's a good teacher. Helped me start off, and she'll she'll help a lot. And he kind of directs you to a stool at the end of one of the workbenches. And then kind of like hurries back off to his desk. And as you sit down, Alan turns around and goes, "Ah, I see we have a new student. Welcome to the Artificers Guild. My name is Alan Breaker. I will be your tutor and guide. Welcome to the wonderful world of artificery. Whatever the plural is for artificer.
No one can decide.
Yeah. There's lots of debate. And she starts giving a seminar on the basics of being an artificer.
Really?
And it helps you a lot. She's definitely a better teacher than Opal was. Opal was kind of I'm going to throw you in at the deep end, and if you swim, you swim. If you sink, that's not my problem. Alan is definitely more, okay, this is where you should start. This is the right way to do things. This is the wrong way. It's very slow progress. Let's do this gradually, rather than kick you in and see what happens.
Am I the oldest junior member?
No, you're not. There is one old guy who look.
The classic old guy.
Yeah, there's the classic old guy.
The classic old guy that's taking artificing so he can work out how his toaster works.
Yeah, it's definitely there is the classic old guy who
tries to make friends with all the teams.
Yeah, but you're probably like the second or third oldest.
I can deal with that. I'll try and make friends. What's the other goes with 0 charisma?
Nobody in an artificer guild has high charisma.
That's true. That's true.
Everybody here has 0 charisma. Trust me.
Yeah. Stacked on intelligence, low charisma, low wisdom.
Yeah, definitely.
Very low strength.
I'm probably the most buff artificer then.
But if you'd like to roll me just a straight intelligence check, just to see how you fare in the fun.
One can get me anywhere this time. Maybe artificing isn't for me. I should just give up on this childhood dream.
What did you get?
I rolled a 2. Rated a 3. Would have been a 2 not long ago, but now it's a 3.
Give up on your dreams and leave.
Yeah. I've only had it my entire life. I can find something else. No, I will persevere.
You'll persevere.
Has Kez ever gotten a good roll when trying to learn artificer?
No.
The dice.
The first one was like a 5.
It really is like the dice telling him this isn't the path you should be taking. Why are you trying to do this?
Yeah, well, dice can suck it.
That's always never.
That's not a phrase I ever thought I'd hear you say, Chris.
The dice can suck it.
I want that on a t-shirt.
I don't think I've ever heard in a D&D session the phrase "the dice can suck it."
Oh.
That's the kind of thing I would say. It's not the kind of thing I thought pretty much anyone else would say.
You might not be the oldest, but you're definitely the slowest in the class.
Been there, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it for a while.
Some of the basics you do already know from your lesson with Opal. But yeah, it's hard for you. This is a new thing that you've kind of decided to follow, and it's very different to what you're used to. And it's just taking you a little bit of time to get to grips to it.
I feel like a jock being forced to take a summer class in maths or something like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of it, though.
I'll manage. All right, we can leave Kez to suffer
yeah,
there for a while.
Kez is at the Artificers Guild. What's everybody else doing while Kez is at the Artificers Guild? Marisk and John are getting their things, and John's obviously gone off with Hubert to
the first tavern on his journey. Yeah. He's basically doing a review. He's basically doing a pub crawl, but by himself.
Oh, you're with Hubert.
I'm with
Hubert's
Hubert.
with you.
Hubert with
Excuse
but
me?
John's the only one drinking. I'm assuming.
No, Hubert will drink.
I think by
great
this
then.
point we all know that if somebody's doing something and Hubert's with them, Hubert will be doing the same thing.
I'm just imagining that John finishes his investigation into all the pubs, but because he's been drinking, like the final 3 reviews will just be gibberish on a page.
Oh,
Does John have a little diary filled with like reviews of bars?
He may or may not do.
I didn't know this about John. This brings a whole new dimension to the character.
It's like his own private Yelp.
Yeah.
Where do you like tack it on like the notice boards when you leave a village?
Yeah. I mean, I could do that. John just doesn't usually because usually it's not legible by the 3rd review because it depends where he's drinking, but like some of them make perfect sense and other ones you just read them and just like, what the fuck is he talking about?
I imagine John knows exactly what is written.
Oh yeah,
on there.
yeah. John knows exactly what it is, but nobody else can. It's not readable.
It's like all restaurants in the UK have a hygiene rating.
Yeah.
Or the pubs have a John rating.
And pubs have a John rating. Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah.
So John and Hubert start on John's quest to sample every bar in Novigrad.
Before they head out, Marina will just stop Hubert briefly and just go, hey buddy, if you're going out to the pubs with John, would you like me maybe to take your axe down to the shop, see if we can maybe get something put on it to make it a bit stronger for you, or anything like that?
What if Hubert need axe?
I don't think you'll need the axe in the pub.
Not in this town, you won't.
Hubert's never been without his axe, so
I promise I'll take very good care of it, and I'll make sure I get it back to you when you guys come back this evening.
You take this one, and he hands you one of his hand axes.
Okay.
I keep this one.
And that's fine. I can see if we can get something done with this one.
Okay. You're alright for using your money? I've got your money, haven't I?
Hubert have...
You've got...
200.
And I've got 1,400 of yours. Okay? What?
Oh, I forgot we confiscated his money.
Yeah.
What Hubert do? Hubert with John. John look after Hubert. Hubert look after John.
Make sure that John doesn't get into any bar fights.
No fighting, no wandering off. Try not to die.
I think I'm going to have to roll a percentage die on this. Hubert and John are going off, and Marina's told him not to get into any bar fights. There are percentage dice being rolled.
2/3 of the irresponsible party members are
this
going
is-
off unsupervised and
I think
drinking.
this is brilliant. Just let us.
I
do
don't
what
think-
we're
I
gonna
think we
do.
need
It would
to
only
make.
be worse if Frey went with them.
I think we need to make dice rolls for this pub crawl,
Yeah.
and like the higher the roll is, the least likely you end up in a bar fight, and it goes up like in a
Okay.
drinking game.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there are. Okay, I'm gonna say there are.
I guess it depends on the seediness of the
I-
bar.
Yeah.
I genuinely hate that you've said this because now I have to try and work out how many bars there are in Novigrad.
There's not going to be like 20, are there? Oh god, there is.
Oh, there is, isn't there?
That's the face of there's going to be a lot of bars.
It's a big city. It's
That's
a
the-
big
that's-
city,
That's the face of this is going to
And-
take 2 sessions to do.
and it's. So let's see.
Most
There
of
are
these
at
here
least-
have hundreds.
Yeah.
Hold on. How many-
We never
Okay,
seen John again.
No,
Yeah.
no. Okay, I'm not counting that. I'm not
Because
counting
he's on
that.
an infinite bar crawl, or
There.
because he's going to die from the
Right.
amount
So
of
there
alcohol?
are.
A little bit of both, why not?
Hubert won't let John die.
I feel like John is immortal in battle and is just going to slowly, like, give himself alcohol poisoning.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are 12 bars.
Okay, that's fine. 12 bars.
So you're currently in the market ward.
Mhm.
Oh no, yeah, you're currently in the market ward, where there are 4.
Alright,
So I will need you to roll 2 percentage dice.
cool. What D are they?
So just roll 2 d100s.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And tell me what you get.
Just trying to find another D100.
Does
here we
Hubert
go.
have to roll as well? Or is this
Hubert
for
can
both
roll.
of us?
I mean Hubert can roll. I mean this is technically for both of you.
Is it both numbers added together?
Right. So you roll a d100 and a d10.
Oh, okay. A D10.
Right. And then
Um,
you just
Hubert got a 5.
okay.
So on the D100, I got a 40, and then D10, I got an 8.
So it's 48.
Yes, 48.
Okay. In the first 2 bars, you get into no trouble at all.
Mhm.
Could you both roll me another percentile dice for the
Yes.
first, and then we'll jump to somebody else as you move to the next area of the.
I got a 64.
Hubert got 55.
No, you're fine. The first 4 bars go by without incident.
Yay!
The next nearest place would probably be the old system. So moving into a slightly nicer part of the city.
Here we go.
But we'll see what happens later.
Yes.
What is Free and Marina? What are you guys doing? And Maris, because Maris, you're just buying stuff, so that
Yeah.
doesn't take too long. So what would you 3 like to do?
So I've got my crossbow bolts, paid for those. I would probably like to look at getting an enchantment for my armor for a form of resistance, possibly fire resistance.
Good call.
Because of me, by any chance.
Okay.
As much so as anything else.
I'm not sure I've ever hurt Marisk.
No.
Not yet.
Preempting.
No, you can do that. You end up at the same magic shop where John's getting his sword enchanted, the Astral Shard, and it's probably about the same amount of money. It's probably about 1,500 gold.
Okay, I've got 1,900, so that's gonna make a dent. Right, so yeah, I'll do that fire resistance on my armor then.
Cool.
And then we've got the hand axe with us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was thinking maybe seeing about getting something along the lines of like a fiend slaying enchantment or something like that.
Like Bane.
Like Bane or something akin to the Dragon Slayer sword, but with fiends.
Okay.
That seems like something that would be really useful. And it means that Hubert can still use his normal axe when he's fighting other things, but with fiends, this would be like really good against them. Don't know how expensive that would be though.
I'm just looking up.
It would be a rare enchantment if you're.
Okay. So yeah, again, it's about the same as John's sword and Marisk's armor. It's about 1,500 gold.
Okay.
It'd probably be actually, because it's only a hand axe, it'd probably only be like 1,100.
Okay.
Feels like worthwhile investment for him.
So, my enchantment for the armor's
15.
1,500. And the enchantment for this axe is 1,100. Any room for negotiation? Well, that's a fair chunk of gold.
The gnome who kind of runs the shop. She goes, well, that depends what you're offering in terms of negotiation. It's
So 2,600 for 2 items. 10%. Very reasonable. And that's a lot of gold.
there's a lot of gold. Tell you what, I'll knock. Let's call it 2,000. Nice and round.
Nice and round. Pleasure doing business.
I actually have a couple of items that I want to see if I can just buy.
Certainly. What might they be?
The first one I'm not 100% sold on, but because I feel like it might be out of my price range, but I want to see at the very least, which would be a ring of spell storing.
Oh.
But the other two, if that one's too much, then the other two at the very least would be a bit more within my means, I think.
Storing.
It's a rare as well.
Is rare. Ring of spell storing. Call that 2,000.
Yeah, a bit outside of my price range at the moment, but I might come back for that at some point and grab that one. The other two, then, in that case, would be a bit more common. A Pearl of Power and then a set of Sending Stones.
Both those magic items together will run you about 1,200 gold.
That seems a bit steep for
to
Johnson,
there.
discount for my friend here. We're spending over 3,000 worth of gold.
the sending stones, and what else was it?
The Pearl of Power. I think they're both uncommon.
They are. Yeah. That she wouldn't have charged you that much. That was the DM
Okay.
being just flicking through the DM's guide and going, it's a rare item that much, and not looking at the rarities properly because
That's cool.
pricing in this thing is terrible.
Yep.
If I haven't mentioned like 1,000 times. So she charged you 1,000 gold for both.
Okay. That's fine. I can live with that. Cool. Yeah. So I'll grab those two.
Ooh.
And then when we're back at the tower, I will pop to my father's later, but at the tower, she's just going to grab some scrolls and some components for the mirror image spell and the water breathing spell.
Yeah, no, both those are relatively common spells within Master Tavern's tower.
Yeah.
Those are easy to find.
I figured we'd probably be going over water at some point, so...
Yeah, he's happy to give you both those spells. And the components to write them down in your spellbook. Okay. Is there anything the party would like to do?
So Frey, she's gonna go on the excursion to the magic shop just out of curiosity. But before she left the tower, she would have grabbed a scrap of paper, written a little note, and she's gonna try and slip off to go to like the seedy underbelly part of Novigrad and see if she can find anyone who obviously looks like a member of the Silent Hand.
Okay. Could you roll me a investigation check for me?
God, am I terrible at Okay. Oh no, I'm proficient +5. That is 23.
Okay. After leaving the magic shop, after not particularly finding anything that is you find interesting, you start to head down towards the port until you get to the Wharf District, which is sort of the underbelly of the city. It's home to a lot of its trade, which means a lot of criminal groups like to use it for smuggling. And kind of walking around, you eventually see a couple of guys standing outside of a warehouse who to normal people are kind of standing in such a way that they just look like guarding, but with your background, you know that they're definitely guarding something illicit. Whether they're Silent Hand or affiliates or whether they're independent, we don't know, but these guys are definitely shady and would most likely be the people to ask around for Silent Hand knowledge.
Do they have any of the brands visible?
Oh no, they're both wearing kind of long sleeve coats and stuff because it's beginning to get rather cold, and they're trying to stay warm.
So I'm gonna go up to the one that I guess looks slightly less strong.
Okay.
And try and shove him into the wall of the warehouse.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Oh well, I rolled a 2. That's not good.
You kind of.
But I've got a +7, so that's a 9 in total.
Okay. You walk into him, and as you do, you bump his, you kind of shoulder check him, and he's he's a stocky guy. So you don't get quite the purchase you want to properly shoulder check him, but you're your intention is, shall we say, noticed by him. And as he does, he kind of turns around and goes, "What you want?"
I want to know who you work for.
"Oh yeah. And who are you?"
And she grabs. Sorry, the cats are destroying my house. She grabs the like the hem of her cloak and pulls it down to reveal all the brands. She's like, "You recognize these?"
You see him kind of like look to his friend. His friend gives him a look, and he goes, "You you want to head to the Serpent's Eye. Ask for David."
Right. Where do I find this Serpent's Eye?
He kind of points down the wharf a bit, and he goes, "You can't miss it. It's the one with the flipping anchor sticking out of the roof."
She just sort of nods at him and then turns around and heads off in that direction.
And he was right. The Serpent's Eye isn't hard to find. It looks like it's made from the kind of an upturned boat. There's an anchor sticking in its roof, and above the door is written in very bad handwriting, "The Serpent's Eye." And as you enter, it's almost like stepping back home. It's the smell of alcohol and illicit substances. The place is a mess. Most of the people here are either completely drunk or criminals. There's a few people in the corner gambling. Most people are kind of just sat around in hushed conversation. And in the far back in a booth, there's a tall, wiry man with a patchwork beard, talking with a few other individuals.
I'll go up to the guy in the back. Are they at a table?
Yeah, they're in like a booth with the table between them.
So as I go over, I pull one of my daggers out. I go up to the booth, sort of slam my hand down on the table with the dagger, visible in front. Say, "Are you David?"
The wiry man kind of looks up and goes, "Might be. That would depend on who you are."
"Well, I'm one of you." And again, she shows the brands. "Your silent hand, I hear."
You kind of like you see that the moment you strap the dagger down, the three other individuals in the booth kind of all start putting their hands towards their belts, and as you show the brands, David kind of waves his hand and gives a look and goes, "Wasn't expecting anybody. What can I do for you?"
"I'm not here on organization business. I'm here for a personal agenda. I need you to get a message to someone down in Ruscombe. Think you can handle that?"
"Do I look like a mailman to you?"
"Oh, believe me, this guy will want to hear my response."
"Oh yeah." He kind of sits up a bit and he goes, "Who do you want this message delivered to?"
"Ever heard of Sandown Roundtree?" "Don't know about up here, but he's kind of a big deal where I come from."
As you say the name, the mood at the table instantly changes. it was less. It's gone from who the fuck is this person and why is she disturbing us to oh fuck, who is this person and why is she disturbing us? And David kind of squirms in his seat a bit and he goes, I didn't know you knew Sandown. Certainly I can get a message to him. What is it? Tell me. How can I help?
She takes out the note and hands it to him. And so, anyway, you can get this to him. He sent me a message, and it was about time he hears my reply.
Certainly, absolutely. I can get this down to Ruskin, no problem. Yeah. And he kind of takes the message, and he almost goes to look at it before he looks back up at you, thinks a second time, and kind of hands it to one of his lackeys, and he goes, go and give this to that captain that owes us a favor, Bay 22. And the guy kind of, he goes, fucking move, and David kind of grabs him and almost throws him out of the booth, and the guy runs out, and he goes, is there anything else we can do, or is it just the message?
No, just make sure this is done. And she twirls the knife, shields it, she's it, and walks off.
Okay.
And Frey will head back to the tower.
Okay.
Shall I message you what the note says?
Yes, because that yes, that would definitely affect what the response might be. Okay, so John and Hubert, there are 2 taverns in the old city, both rather nicer than the ones in the market ward. Could you please each roll me a percentile dice?
I got 95.
I got 11.
Okay. You're now 6 drinks in.
Let us, by the way, let us know how much we spent on this night out.
Yeah.
I will do at the end.
Yeah, okay.
At the end, I'll let you know how much.
Is the bill going to make my draw drop at the end?
It might do. Yes, I will message you at the end of the game how much this bill is costing you, because you're going to some nice house places. You don't cause any fuss. You do get looks.
Oh, okay.
Especially as you kind of stumble in 4 drinks in to the first one, and then the second one 5 drinks in. You're loud.
What do Hubert and John talk about? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
I think that's up to you guys. I don't know what you guys would talk about.
What do Hubert and John have in common?
Fighting.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Fighting and drinking.
You just talk about fighting.
After every drink, we have an arm wrestle.
Yeah.
You're definitely getting looks. as you're arm wrestling, there are definitely people like, what? But you finish off your 6th drink, and you head off to the next closest part of the city, which is the Palace District.
Oh no!
No, this is gonna be expensive. No. This is running up a bill.
There are 2 bars in the Palace District. Yes. So, could you both roll me a percentage die for your Palace District tour?
All right.
Did you get my message, by the way?
I did. I'll read it after the game.
Hubert got 4.
Oh, okay.
John got an 86.
Okay. You only manage one bar in the Palace District.
Okay.
As you kind of enter it, pretty plastered. Everybody is kind of staring at you as you approach the bar. The barman does serve you.
Okay.
But as you finish your drink and start arm wrestling, a very heavily armed and armored dwarf approaches you and kind of puts her arm kind of just like on your just kind of like puts her arm on you and go, sirs, I think it's time that you left. And she's very clearly a member of the city guard, and she is very heavily armed and armored, and she kind of just escorts you out of the bar and out of the palace section to to the Wharf District, the kind of slums of the city, where there are your final 4 bars.
Final 4.
Yes, your final 4. You are very drunk.
Okay. All right.
You can barely stand. I will need you to make. Well, let's see how this one goes.
Oh, here we go.
Roll me another percentile check.
I got a 36 that time.
Okay.
Hubert got 62.
As you enter a bar,
do people watch us arm wrestle then start taking bets?
Hubert will win like every time.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I mean, it doesn't. Anything could happen.
As you enter a bar known as the Sailor's Rest.
Okay.
You sink your first drink.
Mm-hmm.
And as you arm wrestle,
okay,
people do start gathering, and there are bets being taken. And as the loser loses and the winner wins, there are cheers that go up, and somebody throws a punch.
Oh, okay, here we go.
And it's not sure who threw the first punch, but the moment the punch was thrown, that was it. There was a fight breaks out.
Okay.
And you two are caught up in it.
Okay.
Here
we go.
Is there blood?
There isn't any blood.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least, I mean, there is blood because it's a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not in the quantities that would mean Hubert has to roll wisdom.
Okay.
Okay.
And Hubert, you're pretty inebriated anyway. So, you wouldn't need to worry about that. The guard are quickly called. And the fight is dispersed. Nobody's arrested.
That's good.
But the fight is called, and you guys are kind of told that you should go home now.
We can't.
Yeah.
There's 4 bars here.
Yeah, we got to finish it.
Do you try and finish it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, first roll me Constitution saves.
Oh, okay.
Because you are very drunk and you've just walked outside into fresh sea air.
Oh, that's not a very good Constitution by John. Okay.
Oh dear.
Hubert got a natural 20.
Oh well, Hubert's fine.
John got a 9 in total.
Oh dear.
Hubert's carrying John to the next bar.
Hubert, as you walk out of the bar after a fight, you're thinking to yourself, "That was a good fight," and you're starting to get along with John a bit. You guys are hitting it off.
Yeah.
And you hear something fall to the ground behind you. And as you turn around, there, lying in the gutter, is a passed out John.
Finally, he's passed out.
Hubert will sling John over his shoulder
Yeah.
and take him into the next pub.
Yes, Hubert.
Oh.
I will order 2 drinks and I will prop John up against the corner. And yeah.
Okay. Hubert, could you roll me another con save? Because at this point, you're about 12 drinks in.
Yeah.
Is Hubert like force feeding John past
22.
alcohol?
22. You're fine.
Hubert is just like kind of nudging John.
John, you're still passed out. You're out for the count.
Am I out for the count? Oh,
Yeah.
I can't roll for another con save.
No, you're out.
Oh.
And then like, so Hubert will finish the drink and just finish John's drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just grab him under his arm and drag him out to the next pub.
As you're leaving the bar, you come across Free walking back to the tower. Free, you see a passed out John under the arms of a very, very drunk Hubert.
What the hell did I tell you guys?
Come, 2 more.
2 more.
No,
Come.
home. Go
2
home.
more. 2 more.
Hubert.
Fight me for it.
Oh.
2 more.
No. Hubert, you
It's
promised
John's
Marina
plan.
you'd be good, didn't you? You
Hubert
promised
good. John good.
Marina that you two would look after each other. You want to let Marina down? Do you want Marina to be sad?
Hubert's being drunk Hubert and like pushes Free like Hubert groan. Hubert no. Hubert has 2 more. And like
Free
proceeds
You know
to
what?
They're,
You
they're,
know
they're,
what?
walk, they're
It's
walking
not my
towards the
fucking
serpent.
problem.
They're walking towards the Serpent's Eye as well. Like
Oh,
that
no.
is the direction they are heading.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Like, you know what? I tried. I actually tried to be good, but you know,
Okay.
go pass out in a gutter somewhere. What do I care? Just water.
Hubert be fine.
Just don't die, all right?
So, Hubert, you walk into the shady bar known as the Serpent's Eye. It is the shadiest place you have ever been. Everybody is looking at you, and the bar goes deathly silent when you walk in. But you don't care because this
I'm
is
very
John.
drunk.
This is John's plan, and you need to have 2 more drinks.
Yeah.
Is this the final one?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the final one.
This is the final one.
It has to be finished.
You sit down, you order a drink, and two drinks are presented to you. First, roll me a. Trying to think of which order this would happen in. Yeah, roll me a percentile dice first.
Ouch. Ooh. 80.
Okay. Now roll me a con save. Nobody's approached you yet, as you are a scary guy.
Oh god. 8.
Yeah, this isn't good.
8. You finish your drink, and John, you kind of prop John up on the stool next to you,
Yeah.
and he's still passed out. It's a bad drink as well. It's like it's not good ale, and you're like, nah, this isn't very good, and you down John's drink as well. And as you pick John up and go to leave, you open the door, and it's just that smell of fresh seawater. It hits you like a wave. And at first you start to feel dizzy, and then you feel sick, and then there's nothing. It's just black. John and Hubert are passed out somewhere. You guys have no idea where they are. Free might have a vague idea of where they were, but yeah. John and Hubert do not return to the tower. As you guys kind of finish up your day's stuff, Kez, you return from the tower, from the Artificers Guild. You've learnt some things, maybe not as much as you'd like, but you've definitely learned. And you are a junior member. Maris, you've done your shopping. Free, you've got your personal message sent. Marina, you've bought what you've wanted to buy and got the scrolls that you wanted to get. Is there anything anybody would like to do with their evening?
I should probably go see my dad.
Yeah? Okay.
I come.
Sure. Yeah, you guys are welcome to come if you want. Maybe Hubert and John need a lie down.
We don't know where they are.
Oh, they know. Oh no, they're not there.
No,
yeah,
they're not there.
The three of you who are still here are more than welcome to join me.
Is everybody joining Marina?
That sounds like fun.
Okay. You walk out of Master Serpent's tower, which is it's kind of on the edges of the Wharf District. And you walk the short distance into the market ward and to a store known as Woodleaf's Emporium. It's a simple shop. There's wooden tables and chairs set outside with little kind of tags on them. Inside smells of freshly cut wood. And there are more kind of tables, chairs, all different sizes and styles. There's little carved figurines. All sorts of different odds and ends, all very lovingly crafted. In the back, you can hear the sawing of wood, and every now and then there's a little whistle, and the voice of somebody singing and just enjoying their work.
So, kind of walk into the back area and like announce myself by knocking on the door as I walk in.
As you knock, the man working on a set of tables and chairs kind of turns around, his brown apron covered in soot. There's sawdust in his wily red hair. And as he turns around and sees you, Marina, his eyes light up. And he goes, Marina! It's good to see you. And he strides over and bear hugs you and kind of lifts you up a little bit and puts you down before ruffling your hair, and he goes, it's been a long time. Come, sit down. Are these your friends?
Yeah. Hi, Dad. Yeah, this is Frey, and Marisk and Kez. They're the three of the people that I travel with.
Welcome. And he kind of takes all of your hands, whether you want to or not, and kind of shakes them. And he goes, this calls for a bit of a celebratory drink. And he kind of looks around his workshop for a bit, and he goes, oh no, this one do. Come upstairs to my apartment. It's much nicer up there. And he leads you up a set of simple wooden stairs to a cozy kind of apartment that sits above the shop itself. A lot of the things look to have been homemade. The table, the chairs, the counters and cupboards all look to have been homemade and home crafted. he gets out a few simple cups and pours everybody a small drink of a small drink beforehand, and he goes, so you, and he kind of sits down and looks at you, Marina, and he goes, so how long are you how long are you home for?
We're here until tomorrow. I have some stuff. We have some stuff that we need to do with Master Tavernth tomorrow, and then we have to set off quite urgently. Heading. I'm not entirely sure where we're heading first, but heading out and we're here until tomorrow.
Well, if you and your friends must spend the night here, if you're to leave so soon, I insist. You will have a proper Woodleaf homecoming and send-off. And he kind of looks around and he starts gathering things and laying out breads and cold meats, and he starts pouring everybody another drink. And he's like, tell me, tell me about your adventures. Master Tamarind told me a little bit when I was around his a few days ago, but he didn't tell me much.
Oh goodness. We had a lot of stuff that was going on. We were in Riss for a little while, and Burgate, and then recently Colton. We've been tracking down some and following some bad people.
My little girl, venturing all the way down to Laurier and fighting bad people. I'm so proud of you. And he kind of just sits there, and every now and then taking a little sip of his cup, excitedly fidgeting in his seat, listening to your stories. He's like,
it's we saved the Queen. There was one of these people that we were stopping fighting. He was close to the Queen, but we found out about him, and we were able to we spoke with the Queen, and we were able to warn her, and eventually he was found out, and so now we wherever we go, the Queen actually gave us like a piece of paper which gives us permission to do our investigating, so that's quite exciting.
My little girl, savior of the crown already. Well, I mean, wrong kingdom, but I mean, the North is the North and all that, so...
we haven't really spent much time in the North since I left. There is the reason we kind of stopped by here was there was something that we were concerned about, but it seems Master Tavernth kind of had that one covered already, so we've got like a few different places that we have to stop off at to keep doing these things. But yeah, it's So there's a lot of stuff going on. It's exciting, scary sometimes, but these guys are all so good at different things that they do, and they Phrase does magic like I do, a bit more volatile than my magic, but she's really good at that stuff, and Kez is got one of the best archers I've ever seen, and he also does a bit of magic. So he like summoned this baboon, which was helping us in a couple of fights, which is really cool. And I think he's like learning enchanting and stuff now, which is really cool. And then Marisk here, he's he's kind of the kind of like the head of the group, I guess, in a roundabout way. He's good at whenever we need to like talk to people or infiltrate somewhere. He's really good at talking his way in, and he does these like rituals with his swords and his crossbow, which are really good as well. And there's two other people in our group who I think they went out drinking, but there's John, who's very, very tough, and yeah, but he's very, very tough, and you know, really, really good to have around when things go badly. And then there's Hubert, who is just my best buddy now, and just really, really great. I can have more than one best buddy, but he's really, really cool. He I think he used to be a soldier at some point, but now he's helping us, and he's been like doing some work with the church as well whilst we go around.
I wouldn't call it work with the church. That's a little misleading.
I mean, to explain everything would be really complicated, and that's just the kind of Cliff Notes version, I guess.
Also, did I miss the meeting when we put Marisk in charge?
More that, like, when we need to put someone at the tip of a spear, he usually is the first one to kind of, like, go up front and, you know, do a lot of the talking for us, and a lot of the negotiating for us. You
put me under a fucking tree because I'm good at the talking.
Yeah, no, you're good at the...
that happened.
No, you did that really well. Yeah, so we laid this trap where Frey pretended to be stuck under a tree, and then when the people that we were trying to trap came and stopped, we were able to basically slip by them and get the thing that we needed to get from them.
Committing theft, basically, was the point of that exercise.
But it was from bad people, and it was for a good reason.
That was just so we could make some money, and oh no, that was so the guy wouldn't kill us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit my fault.
It sounds like you had quite the adventures. And he turns to the rest of the group and he goes, "Thank you for keeping my little girl safe." And
oh, she's kept us safe on numerous occasions.
I've never blown her up, so you're welcome.
Thank you for not blowing her up. But
it's yeah, we're both grateful for that.
I must say my life in the interim has been rather boring compared to yours, but I'm just glad you're getting out there. And
well, I didn't see much of a choice, to be honest.
Well,
I think, you know, some bad things are potentially coming. So
I've always done the right thing. And I'm just so happy to see my little girl all grown up, and he kind of looks at you wistfully, goes, anyway, I promised a wood leaf welcome home and send off, and a wood leaf always keeps his word. So let me go and prepare the food.
I like this guy.
And he goes off and he prepares you all quite the good meal. It's very simple, but it's bloody good. And towards the end of the evening, he's kind of offered you guys to stay here for the evening. He goes, he kind of takes you, Marina, aside for a bit and just goes, I really am proud to see you so out there. And to hear of your adventures. They're scary, but I know you can handle them. I'm proud of you. And I know you don't like hearing it, but your mother's proud of you too.
I don't know how she could be, seeing as she doesn't know me, but I thank you. I'm just, I'm just trying to do the right thing and to, make a difference. There's a lot going on now, and like not even touching on the war that started.
That is scary.
Yeah. Although thankfully we're not actually directly involved in fighting in the war. Our stuff is a bit more, funny enough, a bit more important, which seems really strange to say considering. But
I'm just glad that you're doing okay, and you found such an excellent group of people to travel with. Speaking of, you mentioned you had two other companions, John and Hubert. Will they be joining us, or are they?
I don't know. I don't think they know that we're here. They'll probably go back to Master Taverns whenever they're finished.
That's a bit of a long shot. I passed them on my way here, and they were in a condition.
Oh, good.
Tried to stop him, but there's not much you can do against Hubert, particularly when he's like real far gone.
No, that's we'll.
He was carrying John. John was unconscious.
It's fine. We'll find them tomorrow.
I mean, BC hasn't come to find us, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah, we don't know that BC could have gotten away.
Keep forgetting about BC.
I hope that Hubert didn't pass out on top of the cat. Like he's just squished.
Oh
Just
god.
on his
but
tail, he's trying frantically to get
Speaking-
away.
Now that you've reminded me of BC, I have a feeling he would have found you by now.
Oh boy.
Love
So
it.
yeah, it's. Thank you for reminding me because I do keep forgetting that Hubert has BC. Because I don't keep track
Was
of
he
your
just walking around
pets.
with the cat in one arm and John in the other?
Cat can walk.
And also, I imagine that like Hubert slings the cat around his
Yeah.
neck like a
Cat
scarf.
stays there.
But yeah, no, BC probably does walk in about now, looking very bedraggled, even more so than usual.
Oh goodness.
Well, shit, the cat's here. That's not good.
It's kind of looking
Right.
around.
Oh
Yeah, I'll try
god.
to speak
He
with
goes,
animals.
"Meow."
I love BC.
He
So-
kind of jumps up on the table, shakes, and looks, kind of sits down.
Mr. Woodleaf, do you have anything that BC might
Certainly,
enjoy?
you kind of gets a saucer of milk, and a few flakes of fish, salted fish that he has lying around.
Yeah, as he goes and finds stuff, I'm just gonna lean in the group and go, no one tell him what BC stands for. And also please don't mention anything to do with the demons and devils and stuff.
Okay, so yeah,
BC starts like lapping up the milk and eats a few bits of the fish before he goes, I don't. Boy, have I had an evening. Like, first the big human, like he passes out. And I'm like, oh, great, well, maybe they'll go home now. I really should learn, but, you know, I'm just a cat. What can I do?
You're a very good cat.
Oh, no, I know I am. They're not the big guy, like not the little big guy, but the big guy. He passed out outside a really shade, like the place that he passed out at was not good. Like the people in there smelled bad. I mean, like everybody smelled bad, but they smelled like bad. I tried to wake him up. Somebody kicked me, which, you know, didn't help. But and then some shiny men came around. They were like shiny, and they took the big little guy and the big guy. They took him away. And I didn't know what they were mumbling. But it was one of them that kicked me because I was like running after them, like trying to tell them that no, wait, they're my friends, or at least they're friends of friends. And I was like, no, what my friend won't know where they are, and then one of them kicked me, and it really hurt, and that's when I came to find you.
Yeah, well, no, of course. Sorry you went through that.
Yeah. I mean, the fish kind of makes up for it. It's good fish.
Yeah, we can get you some more.
Yeah?
Absolutely. No, I want to make you've got a hard job, but I want to make sure that you feel appreciated.
Oh, well, no, thanks. Like, you know, it's nice to feel appreciated every now and then, you know.
Absolutely. We'd never forget that you exist. Every other session.
That's nice to know, you know, that I'm not forgotten.
No, of course not. Okay, would you be able to help us pick out these people?
Well, I
You
mean,
said they were silvers. Have you seen others like them? Could they be?
yeah, they were like
dark?
shiny, like they were shiny. They clanked. They showered a lot. And they took them off. Again, I didn't really know what they were saying.
Marina, is the town guard here known for kicking cats? Or
not
would you put it past them?
I mean, I never went out much when I was younger, but I don't think it's something they're particularly. I don't think it's something they would particularly be like. I don't know. Maybe that feels very cruel, but I don't know.
Well, the cat, from what I can understand, BC saw them taken away by people, silver people, which I imagine is people in armor, which I imagine is probably the town guard.
Oh gods.
Well, I don't know what they did wrong just passing out in the street.
Well,
but anyway, it's a place to start.
They went, from what I remember, they were going towards a particularly troublesome area, so no wonder the guards might have jumped to conclusions, because yeah, there are some dodgy people around there.
maybe. I told him not to drink anything.
Well, we knew this would happen. Let's be perfectly clear. We knew this would happen if we let John and Hubert go on a pub.
That's why we have this contingency. It's going to be okay. BC came through. We just need to pick them up.
Are they in prison, or have we just lost them?
Well, let's just. Can you take us to the? I mean, is there anything more you want to do here? They're probably not going anywhere.
Well, you know, let them sleep it off. We can get them in the morning.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I warned him not to go.
And I told him not to drink. And not to get into any fights.
Did they get into any fights, BC?
Well, there was one fight, where it was like they did that thing where they were like holding hand, like their front paws, and one of them slammed their front paws on the table, and then there was lots of cheering, and then somebody shouted something that I didn't understand, and then there was lots of fighting and commotions, and then they left. And then they went to another place, and that's when the big man and the big little man, they were like passed out, and that's when.
Okay, yeah, I don't think they caused too much ruckus.
Okay. Well, it's fine. We'll get them in the morning. I'm sure if needs be, we can. I don't know, invoke Master Tavern's name or something.
Do you have locate person or locate object?
Have locate object. I don't think I have locate person.
Just so we can know that they were taken by the guard and not by some shady people in armor.
Yeah, I've got locate. I've got locate object. So we can track them down.
Can you just do that to make sure that they're within a mile?
Locate object is within, I think, just 1,000 feet.
Okay, nearly a mile.
I can cast it now. Yeah, I'll cast a locate object, and I will try to locate Hubert's axe, because that's the one thing I know for certain that they have on them.
Okay. Yeah, Hubert's axe is within
within 1,000 feet.
Within 1,000 feet. Trying to think how big. Where Marina's dad's shop is compared to where they are. Yeah, they're probably within a mile.
Okay. Yeah, they're not too far.
Alright.
So are we leaving him till the morning, or?
May as well.
What is the deal with your dad? Is there anything we should know?
He's a carpenter.
But
He
between
doesn't
you and
like
him,
demons?
what's the?
Between me and him,
Yeah.
my dad is one of the best people I know. He raised me on his own because my mom left back when I was a baby. So he raised me, and he was very close friends with Master Tavrinth, who became my godfather. And when I started doing magic, he was very supportive. My dad's a really good person. There's not any other thing about him. He's just a very good person. He works really hard and always did the best he could to provide for me and make sure that I was okay growing up.
Okay, it's good to know. So I wasn't sure if there was any, if I was catching any tension or not, but obviously not.
No, I'm. You know how I get with casual conversations, and that has always been the case, even when I was little. So it's not tension.
I guess you were just trying to be careful with what you
I really don't want him to know about a lot of the stuff that's been going on, because it's already scary enough without having him know all this stuff. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he knew about the demons and the devils and stuff, I think that would really mess with him. I don't want him to be more afraid than he already is that I'm doing these things. I appreciate the concern. Thank you.
Leaving John and Hubert to their night in the drunk tank. Guys, Marina's dad puts on a good host. You spend the evening eating good food, drinking okay-ish ale, and then he puts you up in very comfortable beds that he claims he made himself. And they are very comfortable and very well made. John and Hubert, you spend the night in the city cells, passed out, drunk. You awake in the morning very cold, very stiff, and very hungover.
What a great night.
Does Hubert know that BC is missing?
Yes, Hubert realizes the moment he is awake that BC is gone.
This really panics Hubert.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it with Hubert slightly panicking, and with everybody else having enjoyed quite a nice night.
Amazing.
I wanna so John's written his reviews of all the places in the diary in his little book.
Have you actually written them out?
No, of course I haven't written them out. I'm not that dedicated, but I can just.
No, of course, like that's not something you might conceivably do.
Well, no, if it involves writing.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Thank you for not joining us live.
Yep, because of.
Because technology sucks.
Yeah, because technology sucks and is amazing, but sucks.
It's yeah. I think I know what the issue is. It's just I can't fix it right this second. So,
That's fine.
but
yeah, we will hopefully be live next week.
Yes.
You say live or alive? Because I really hope we'll be alive next week.
No, I said live. I did say live.
Yeah.
Unless there's more technical issues, in which case we won't be live and we'll just pre-record.
We'll just record again. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video, as all of those things really help to boost our channel.
Yes, do those things.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week. Goodbye.
Hi everyone.
Bye.